Hey everybody, Joel Tatum here. I know I'm recording in a different place, but that's okay. Hey, we just got two tracks from Sherez the Mage, so please enjoy these tracks in between the breaks in this episode. Thank you.
It's that Little Gay Talk Show, Houston's hot mess of a podcast. A funny but thoughtful look at the LGBTQIA plus community.
And welcome. It's another episode of that Little Gay Talk Show. I'm one of the hosts, Joel Tatum.
And I'm Wendy Taylor. And today we are here featuring a dear friend of mine, Sherez. He is a actor, singer, songwriter, producer, all kinds of amazing things.
Is there an OnlyFans?
I've thought about it.
You should.
I really have.
You should
it's
do
hard
it
out here.
It's hard out here. Yeah, I mean, I know we all about hustle culture now.
You know what?
And I feel like with OnlyFans, you have a variety to choose from of all kinds of OnlyFans, from the oldest to the youngest. Don't ask me how I know this.
Let's talk about that. Actually, if you were going to have an OnlyFans, what would be your signature?
I don't. You know what? I never really thought about it. You know, I've watched a couple on X now. I guess that's what it's called. I guess that's what it's called now.
It's still
I don't. I understand.
Always
It's
going
still
to be
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, but I just find it amusing that I spend more time watching porn on X than I do any place else.
Twitter porn is phenomenal.
Twitter porn, yes.
When I found out about Twitter porn, my life changed.
It did.
For the better.
It did. And let me tell you something about Twitter porn. So many different cultures. So many different colors.
Anything for anybody.
Everything for everybody. I learned a little bit about cage culture, which I was shocked. I'm like, what? You mean you put a lock on it and then you hold it back for? Oh, by the way, this episode is brought to you by consent.
Yeah, our topic today is consent, and this I'm very excited about this topic because it's something that really should be discussed more openly. I think in every culture, but particularly the gay culture, because we're so open about our sexuality and with each other, and because that we're a lot more touchy feely. And I can't tell you how many times gay men have come up and grabbed my boobs, thinking that is totally okay because they're not a threat. And I'm like, but you literally just did the threat.
Yeah.
Like anyway.
General history about that, and I'm not excusing any type of behavior when I bring this up, but when I was growing up in the 90s, back in the 90s, that's what the gays did. You know, we brought our girls out. We brought our fag hags with us. And yes, we put them on display like Barbie dolls. And, you know, it was grab a boob, grab a butt, say this, say that, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And it was always, well, I'm gay, honey. It don't mean a thing. And let me tell you something right now. Don't do that to a woman now.
Shouldn't have done it then because
You
even then, gay men were objectifying women like Barbie dolls.
Oh, my goodness.
So
Sure.
we are not your Barbie dolls.
Which goes to show that, you know what, it really is all men. After what we've been through in the last few weeks.
Damn.
After what we've been through, getting a brick in the face.
Oh my God.
Getting a brick in the face. And you know what? You know what the sad thing is? It happened here in Houston. I thought
Oh yes.
the first time it popped up. Now, I'm a TikTok girl.
Okay.
I doom scroll on TikTok a lot, sometimes too much. Way too much, to the point where it gets depressing. Have you ever gotten so deep into TikTok that you are now questioning your humanity? You're questioning yourself as a man. I'm questioning myself as a black man right now because I'm like,
No, because I don't TikTok.
Because right now, black women are like, no more to black men. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still a black man, even if I'm gay. You gotta.
Being black is like living in a different dimension. There's so many rules that are applied to us that I think that are not applicable anymore. Especially being a queer member of a black family, like in all the news, and you hear about people like your own family discriminating against you with your cousins, with your daughters, with your sons, and being ostracized. Just, I don't know where I was going with that, but it felt like
it's painful.
It is painful. Thank you. It's very painful.
It's very painful.
And I think moving back into like women, like I would go to women because even though the women would accept me a little bit more than the men would, and that's how we think we build that bond, and we build that those relationships.
Because I feel like that most groups, gay black men and gay black men and black women, we have a symbiotic relationship. We kind of do. We have a symbiotic relationship. Language, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we act, blah 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 blah. It's very much
in tandem.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like a sisterhood.
Yeah, it's a very good sisterhood.
We're all siblings.
That's where those lines blur, and that's where the comfortability in something you feel, because I know you and you remind me of my sister. That means I can go up to you and touch your boobs. Absolutely not.
Right. It's just a thing about, like, again, it's objectification. And I find over and over and over again, my biggest issue, I think, with misogyny in general is just the dehumanizing of the femme. It's completely dehumanizing and lessered.
Sure.
It's othered and lessered.
And then in turn, they're dehumanizing themselves.
Yeah,
correct.
Exactly.
Dehumanizing the entire situation.
Correct.
Exactly.
No one's human anymore because you don't feel, and then you're ignoring the feels of that person that you just traumatized.
Correct.
So then no one's feeling anything.
Yes.
And then that's why we're here in the space we are today.
And it's like this sense of ownership, because if somebody is an object, you can own them. Right? You can have ownership over them. So I think my core issue with misogyny, the patriarchy, all of the above, boils down to being objectified as a human being and not looked at as a person at all. I am a whole, or a set of holes, and it's not just women or the femme. It's gay men too. Bottoms, I have seen y'all go through it with some of these tops. Okay, and
hello.
That's because once again you have patriarchal issues.
Yeah,
that end up in. I'm going to get away from using the term the gay community, because I feel like that most of the issues that we have in the gay community, and this is just my opinion, seem to come from gay men. And that's a bold statement. That's me. And that's my opinion. I feel like most of it comes from gay men.
I would agree with some of that, except for the insurgence of TERFs. TERFs get my goat every time.
Well, I don't get lesbian TERFs. That's what I don't get that.
Holy there.
Maybe I guess I look at it like when I first came out, I didn't, and I know this is a weird statement, I didn't get racism in the gay community. I didn't understand why that was a thing.
I got it deeply.
When I was young, my whole thing was, I'm gay. I'm now going to be a part of a community. Everybody's going to be blah, 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 this and that, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as I got smacked in the face with it, I went, oh my God.
Yeah. Can I just share a story, since we're talking about the topic is consent? So I'm 30 years old. I've been gay all my life. And so when I started to like, you know, become a young adult, I was partying, I was not living at home, I was flourishing in what I thought, you know, this is my time, I have all these friends, like I'm, you know, just like all the superficial things when you're 22 and 23, right? And so I'm partying with these people, I'm doing drugs, I'm drinking a lot. And their behavior is also very promiscuous. And mind you, I'm like the one black person in the room and everyone else happens to be a white gay man. So I just want to preface that environment. And so they were doing things, I'm looking, I'm watching, and then the problems in that environment didn't start happen for me until I started exhibiting the same behaviors that they exhibited. And then they targeted me and tried to make me seem like I'm being pushy or I'm
the aggressor,
consent or being aggressive when I'm doing the same things that I thought y'all thought were cool. Like I'm trying to fit in with y'all, and I'm gonna take responsibility, you know, for any hurt I've caused people, you know, through life or whatever. And I really mean that because taking responsibility is the first step to evolve yourself, right?
Correct.
But also like that environment was the environment I was in, and so. If I'm going to take accountability, then y'all need to do, because y'all showed me these. Y'all showed me this.
Right.
And then I thought they were my friends, and lo and behold, they weren't the whole time. So, I mean, the inappropriateness in the gay community is also insane as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm a genuine relationship person. I always have been. I want that fairy tale relationship. I want that knight in shining armor, all that stuff. And so I always lead with that. But there have been times when, you know, you hook up or whatever. But I guess where I'm going with it is that, like, the patriarchy it has to be stopped.
That's going to be the soundbite for this whole thing. It's just going to be Sherez going, the patriarchy. It has to be stopped.
I had enough of it. And so when I got out of that environment, and my mom, she was like, I told you. She warned me. And I don't want to make it like this race thing, but it kind of is at the same time, because I was never really one of them, never will be. But when I think of their lives now, where like I'm still thriving, I'm thriving, you know, because I treat people with respect and dignity first.
Always given first.
It's always a clean slate with me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't do.
Correct. They think
you, and they judge you from every other line of person that they've ever met. I've had to stop me from doing that.
Oh, for sure.
I think I'm finally conquering it. Like, it's not right to do, number one.
Well, but you know, to be fair, it's a natural thing that the brain does. It's a survival skill.
Oh, for sure.
Your brain makes snap judgments because back in the day when we were dwelling in caves, making a mistake would kill you.
Yep. Exactly.
You would die in your sleep over the dumbest shit, right? Like, or God forbid, you know, you get sick before, you know, we even knew what penicillin was. So, you know, like it's something that the brain naturally does to protect. It's self-preservation. The problem is acting on it. That's when it becomes an issue. Everybody's brain makes snap judgments, but if you behave based on those snap judgments without getting the full story, without anything short of a survival situation, then you are one Cro-Magnon Neanderthal motherfucker.
Yes, and Wendy, I think people know how to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
And then look and analyze and then act. I think that's what the step is, because it's me and you. We can be like, all right, let's think about this real quick. But some people don't know how to even do that.
They don't even know that they need to. So there's a lot of work that people can be doing on their own, but they don't have the knowledge to know to look.
Also, they're afraid to be alone.
Yes, that too.
They'll rather
very
thrive
true.
in that chaos. I removed myself from that. I am 6 months sober.
That's amazing.
I decided
Congratulations.
to yes. Thank you so much. And it's hard. Every single day I think about not getting high, but I also think about maybe I should just have that one little beer. I'm gonna be okay. But then I honestly feel like it would destroy everything I worked on, even that one little sip. So I just refuse not to, because I don't think I would be here looking you in the eye if I was still doing those things.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you. I've always been proud of you. I think you are an incredible human being, and I feel very lucky. You know those folks that you meet, like you just come, even if you only get to spend 5 minutes with them, they just leave that kind of an impression on you that it's just like, that was a lucky star. And I feel so lucky to have been in that light for just a minute. And you totally embody that for me. You are always kind. You are always understanding. You are always sassy and hilarious, and bold and honest. And, you know, so I spend a lot of time, like, I'll brag about your music and stuff all the time. Like, because you really are an incredible artist that I admire so much. And I've been very lucky to be able to work with Sherez, and it is always a gift. But honestly, as a human being, who you are means so much more to me as your friend than anything you've ever created, and that's saying something because you're pretty amazing.
Thank you.
So
I've known you for approximately 15 minutes and 40 seconds, and I can tell you right now, I'm already impressed. So
thank you.
Yeah, I'm already impressed. And
we walked the runway together in several of Jen Martini's fashion shows, and the last one, oh my gosh, he didn't get to make it, and there was some emergency or something, and I was like sitting there behind the stage, and I'm looking at the lineup, and I was like, Sherez! He never came, and I was like,
When you feel like it was a personal attack, did you feel like it was personal?
No, but it was so funny because me and like 3 of the other models were back there like, where is his name is on the paper, so he's supposed to be here.
It's the devil. It's the devil.
It's the devil. The devil is a lie.
Horrible.
So anyway, it's just super fun. Let's get back to consent. We're gonna get off. We are like the worst ADD conversationalists.
But that's okay because you can go off track in a conversation as long as we get back on track.
Yeah. So
and you know we have fun. And
we do. Yeah, we do. But I wanted to touch on, and I know this was something that was really important to you, Joel, because we were talking about doing the show, was talking about consent specifically within the trans community, and how that's an even bigger issue. You know, God forbid you're a trans woman of color, then you're even more susceptible to those unfortunate statistics. And I think it's something like 1 in 3 will be sexually harassed, 1 in 5 will be sexually assaulted or raped, 1 in 7 are murdered.
That is...
It was 1 in 7 or 1 in 10. Regardless, that's so many.
That's insane. That's a high number of people.
By the way, the trans population in the United States, when you think about it, it's 1.6% of the population. 1.6.
And that's not including the black trans people in that.
Correct.
So it's even smaller.
It's
yes,
even
correct.
smaller. So when you think about
all these scary trans people coming for the population.
Yeah, exactly. We say this with love and humor. But the fact that trans people seem to be causing so much problems.
All 1.6% of them.
All 1.6%.
Yeah.
They're so scary. Yeah, but forget, you know, let's pick on the 1.6% of the population instead of actually addressing the people who have a history of sexually assaulting minors.
Yeah, exactly.
Such as the church,
Catholic Church.
all clergy. All clergy.
The SBC had
all clergy.
SBC had what, 700 ministers? 700
child care places, schools. Let's talk about our politicians and how many of them have been found guilty of sexual assault or.
So we're talking about consent and politicians on the same show. That's
I know it's a misnomer, but
it's an oxymoron.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron. But I mean, like the odds. Just being a trans woman puts a huge target on you, and it's just, and being a trans woman of color, like I think the average lifespan of a trans woman was something like
35.
Yeah, 35 years old.
For a black woman, it's 33.
Oh my gosh!
So we don't have a lot of trans elders to look up to because a lot of them are murdered, a lot of them commit suicide,
If you make it to 30 in the trans community, you're an elder.
You're an elder.
That is the weirdest statement I have ever said. But if you're
I'm an ancient.
Apparently, making it to 30 as a trans woman, you're an elder.
Ancient too. Yeah. Phoenix is also an ancient.
Mm-hmm.
We're not elders. We're ancients. Yeah.
At 30.
Yeah, because I'm not 30.
And there's very few. Now there are a few trans women over the age of such and such, and they've had to go through a lot. But they are very few and far between.
Yep. And then on top of that, a lot of the issues that complications from not doing hormones properly through the care of a doctor can also affect your heart. So they have heart attacks and heart failure and other issues that you can have from not managing your
care.
Because healthcare, our healthcare system is not built to handle trans.
I consent to healthcare, universal healthcare. That's what I consent to.
Oh, I consent to universal healthcare, but that's not our topic today. Sherez, get back in your lane.
Hey, I think consent in front of it. It's just a little hyping.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I actually would love to talk about universal healthcare on this show. We should have you come back and we'll talk about universal healthcare. It'd be so good. We should definitely log that down.
I wanted to
universal health.
You know, because once again, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm gonna call it X because I feel like it's appropriate to some of the things that we've been talking
I would agree with that.
But now we're 5 or 6 episodes in, and I probably told this story 1,000 times now, and it really does boil back down to consent. And I found that there is something called immoral kinks that I didn't know anything about.
Yes.
And the only reason now, Sherez, you probably have not heard this story, but basically I accidentally got caught up in race play. It was an accident. And I truly say that it was an accident because when we first met, that was not something that it was discussed.
Love the story you got.
It wasn't discussed until basically I was inside of him.
Okay.
When the words, "Can I get a little nastier?" came out of his mouth, and I'm like, I don't understand how much nastier. I mean, I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to gay sex. I'm not really. You won't find me tied up in a dungeon or any of that stuff. I just like good old fashioned gay sex. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But I didn't realize that there were some levels of it that I'm 55 years old and I just found out what race play was.
Oh my God, for real?
Mm-hmm. I just found out what race play. I
didn't know what it
found
was either.
myself involved in race
mortified.
play.
Yeah.
I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when he asked me if he could get a little nastier, and I said, sure, I don't understand how much nastier you can get, but why not? Then he says, oh my Lord, I've said this every time. I just blush every time I say it. But he's like, just put that big nigger dick in me. And I'm like, God, what the?
This is the 3rd time I'm leaving the show today.
I'm like,
leaving. Just leave.
So when we talk about consent, nothing was discussed beforehand.
Is this show rated R?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
it's rated.
Okay.
It's rated whatever. Yeah. It's a podcast. It's a podcast. So yes. By the way, I was still inside of him when he said that.
Ooh.
And at that point, I couldn't figure out what to do. That was my first time going. Wait,
Viola Davis does. Pick up her bag and leave.
Oh, I think a donkey punch was warranted, actually.
I guess I was so shocked.
I love that meme. She picks up her bag and she's like,
yes, I love that.
The one.
I love that. And I wish that I wish I was that girl. I really wish I was that girl that I could have just quit. I'm out. But I'm like, I'm
Not
already
with the
here.
popping sound.
You finished?
I'm already here. Let me just go ahead and finish so I can get out of here. Because I don't know what I got myself into. And then, girl, after the whole thing was over with, he said, I hope I didn't offend you.
I'm sorry.
When I went there, and I went, well, it's my first time, so I'm gonna have to say that I didn't have fun. So I'm just gonna go home. And that was that. You know, he called me 3 weeks later and asked me why I hadn't called him back. He asked me why I didn't call him back, and I said,
Because I don't hang out with the clan.
I don't think
What?
I didn't enjoy myself as much as you enjoyed yourself.
Cognitive dissonance. I don't know.
I know. I'm like, what gave you the idea that
Can't explain
you
in his
saw
own head
me?
how he would have, even though he said that he basically apologized, he can't figure out why.
Yeah, you know exactly what you did.
Delusional.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know exactly what you did. You know what
And
you
then
did.
And then he did the classic. He did the classic thing that I'm sorry, Wendy. I'm sorry, Phoenix. But he did the classic white people thing of, but I had a black boyfriend. I'm like,
Oh my God. The whole room at
So
once.
he was okay with his ex-boyfriend doing that, or his boyfriend doing that with him.
Apparently his ex-boyfriend was okay with
The race play.
With the race play. And by the way, did a little research. There were a lot of black men who were into it. And I was shocked.
I'm not actually shocked.
I'm a little shocked.
Because anything that's taboo is hot, right?
True. And also, like, in the gay community, we have submissive and dominant.
I was about to say,
naturally.
like, we naturally
So,
have in every
with the history of our nation,
culture,
Yeah, exactly.
straight,
where
gay,
we're going with
lesbian.
Yes, we know where we're going.
Those dynamics do happen.
They absolutely exist, and some people like being degraded. Like they really do. I don't get it. It's not my
And it
thing.
humbles them, I guess.
I mean, I
There's
guess.
a certain level of kink that I'm okay with. I don't mind a firm spanking. I don't mind that. That's actually quite nice. I don't mind a little. We tried candle wax on the nipples one time. That was very nice.
Oh, I like
That
candle
was
wax.
very. That was.
I gotta try that.
I was shocked. I was
Go get
shocked
you some
because I was
candles.
like, it burned, but then it was like, oh my god. I hope that. I
Yeah,
hope-
that's exactly what it is, though.
I am glad that we're filming this because I want people to see the expression on my face when I had candle wax for the first time. We were at a bar, by the way.
Oh, good. in
We
public.
were
I
at
love
a
that.
bar.
That's actually my kink. That I'm going to say is my kink is doing things in public, which I know is not right if everyone doesn't consent. But if no one's around, or if they're like 20 feet away, and they're not paying attention.
You know what? I'm old school. I don't mind a little public display of something every now and then. Do not mind it. It's cute. It's fun. It can be fun because it's a little dangerous. And
I think it's hot.
I'm sorry,
It's kinda
JRs.
hot.
I did it in your bathroom, and I also
what person at this table hasn't done it at a JR's bar?
I haven't done it at JR's.
all the way in the back. He was Australian, and he was gorgeous.
Oh, honey. You're only 30. Honey, I could tell you ripcord stories that would curl your hair, girl.
Ripcord is
I could tell you rip girl.
rip stories.
Someone's ass.
Oh,
last
no.
night.
Ripcord, to me,
Eating the ass at the picnic table.
me and my friends went, and we're the older crowd. We went, oh my God, they turned Ripcord into a family bar.
Oh my
It's
family bar.
you bring your children in here. That's how family it is. Because I remember the days where you couldn't even go into the trough in the bathroom without somebody laying in it, so you could pee on them.
So, all right, just to close out this section of tea time with Joel and Wendy, consent is necessary. It is not preferred. It is not something that's nice to do. It is required. if you're going to go out and get wasted and you've been married for 40 years, you should still talk to your partner and say, do we want to have sex tonight and fool around just in case you get a little out of control?
Yeah.
That should be discussed beforehand.
Yeah, I think also like talking about, hey, you want to hook up later? Like, why is that so weird to people? Everyone likes to do things like spontaneously or like, I'm like, no, like, do you want to hook up later?
I have a life.
I know I'm going to be lonely later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I also have a life. Like,
is that not consent?
Like, I can't.
Consent?
Yes, yes. It's just communication. You cannot be scared to talk about sex. If you are scared to talk about sex, you are either not ready to have it, or you are with the wrong partner. But you should be able to talk about it.
You are so
Thank you.
wise.
It's because I'm really old.
And I want to have this discussion.
I'm an ancient.
I want to have this discussion some more, like at the last part of this show, because I really want to talk about this a little bit more.
Oh, it's perfect because the game I picked for today is Fuck, Marry, Kill. Consent.
Oh, the consent version? Yes. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break because we've reached the 30-minute mark.
We have.
And we're going to get into Wendy's Corner where she's going to sit down with Sherez.
Yes.
She's really going to let him have it.
I'm going to let him have it.
She is going to pull out.
Give it to him.
What did I sign up for?
Everything that you need to know about Sherez.
I'm going to interview you so hard.
Oh my gosh.
So hard. And we're going to watch.
Wendy's.
We're going to watch. It's being filmed right now. It'll be on OnlyFans next week.
Dropping.
Hey.
I totally want to be on OnlyFans.
We're going to find out how submissive he really can be. Okay.
Bye.
In Wendy's hands. In Wendy's hands. In my hands, you, girl. We're going to get you a wheelchair because it's been a while. But anywho.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
So you had a bad day at work now. Your boss is a sad clown. He wants to see you frown. You know that you got it. You know that you're worth it. So you decided to dance the best way. You feel it in your bones. You're taking back your road. Let them haters throw glass bricks like solid stone. They don't know no better. Let's party, grab somebody, get on the floor and remind them who you are. Cause you're a shining star and you got star quality. Full moon, roses aflow. I wanna grow with you. Yeah. Full moon, roses aflow. I wanna grow with you. Yeah. Tell me something good, baby. What's been on your mind, baby? We can cry about the pain. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. No more fear, no more drama. Let the joy rain down, rain down, rain down. We made it, we made it through the gates. I love the way you move. Let's party, have somebody get on the floor and remind them who you are. Cause you're a shining star, you got star quality. Full moon, roses aflow. I want to grow with you. Yeah. Full moon, roses aflow. I want to grow with you. Let's party, grab somebody, get on the floor. Cause you got star quality. Full moon, roses aflow. I want to groove with you.
And we are back. And we are about to hit Wendy's corner where she's going to sit down with Sherez and they're really going to get in depth, really into it when it comes to. Wait, are we
deep into it?
Wait, we're talking about his musical career. We're not talking about consent anymore. I'm sorry.
we're gonna talk about Sherez. It's all about Sherez right now. Sherez.
And this is the part where I dip.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Okay, the same thing.
Did it?
Put your hands on my hip. And we dip.
Yep. And then let me see that to zero. Okay, so I get okay. So Sherez, as I stated earlier, is an amazing artist. He is a songwriter, a producer, a singer, wonderful vocalist. Let me just say, even knows how to harmonize right. It's super fun, especially when you're singing karaoke.
Yes.
And you have an album coming out. You want to talk about your album coming out?
Oh my God. Yes, I do. Okay, so I've been releasing singles about maybe like one or two every month or so. And these singles that I've been dropping have just been the practice. Like I basically honed my mixing skills on these songs. I did plan to do an album with them, but I actually am not. I'm starting the album from not scratch, but I already had a couple other tracks that I was like, okay, this is what I want to do for this project. And so basically I'm just releasing those singles. They're in their own entity, their own things. They're my babies. They're old. Some of them are really old. And so I'm just ready to like put them out. So I can focus. No, for real though.
Just graduate already.
Yeah, you're 18. Get out of here. If I had a child, I would not kick them out at 18. Just prefacing that. But yeah. So the album is titled Rebirth.
Yes.
It is centered around my rebirthing of me.
That sounds painful.
It was actually. It was the life that I lived the past decade. I've realized has been nothing but trauma. I lost myself, feeling the need for community, which is not a bad thing. But if you go to the wrong place, you know.
It's dangerous.
I went down a really bad road with my drug use and my alcoholism, and I basically wanted to escape and run. So I put those feelings into my album. I don't know how many tracks it will be. It probably will be like 15, to be honest.
Wow. Oh, so you're going to get a value.
Full feature length story retelling of my life.
What's the style? It's very dance, very electronic.
Songs, but there also will be like some everything's electronic. But I want dance on there. I have pop. I do have this song called "When I Close My Eyes." That's a little bit more like soft rock, Paramore-ish. It's not punk though. I wouldn't say it's punk, but the genre is, to me, like Nirvana sounding. Like it's just kind of like, I just want the music to encompass, like I want a surround sound experience. I'm putting my skills to the test to deliver something that I feel like my listeners, my supporters will be like, okay, damn, this is next level Sherez, because I released Full Potential and Groove With You, which actually will be on the album because I love those songs.
Oh, great. I love Groove With You.
Thank you. I love Everyone loves that song, which
it's
is
really good.
It's so easy for me to record.
Usually the ones that are the biggest hits just happen.
Yeah, it was just so easy to make, and it's not super layered. It's not like a crazy amount of harmony. It's just super simple, just like a lead vocal, two or three ad-libs, and that's the whole song. I recorded that with a friend a couple years ago, before the pandemic, actually.
Wow.
So that song is actually pretty old too.
Yeah, that's like we have BC, AC, and AAC after COVID.
Yes. So actually I want to talk about COVID because I did a competition with you before COVID, right? And after that, I I started to branch out. I was performing places, and I was like, yes, this is like my chance to get out in the world. People can see me, and then COVID happened.
Yeah, that was horrible timing.
Yeah, and then actually my drug use increased a lot
I bet it did.
because there was nothing else to do.
You don't have shit to do but sit in your house and stare at the walls. Might as well make them pretty.
I was doing rails of cocaine into the wee hours of the night.
That's how you do cocaine.
Okay, I'm going to jump in the Wendy's corner for just a second here. I'm sorry, did you say rails of cocaine?
Rails of cocaine.
Because I know I spent my 2020. Now, don't get me wrong, my drinking didn't get out of hand during 2020. Not that out of hand, but it got out of hand because there were some moments where I was like, I think we all gonna die. So I'm just gonna drink this giant bottle of. Somebody brought me a. I don't even know what the size is, but it's this giant bottle of Sutter Home white wine. In a bottle that's about this tall.
Oh my goodness.
And this fat. And they brought me 3 bottles.
Oh,
These were like people that I used to bartend.
Lifetime
They were
supply.
my customers at a bar that I used to bartend at. So when we got laid off, they brought me groceries because I wasn't getting my my unemployment in at the time.
right.
And they brought me 3 giant bottles of wine, which 2 of them I gave away to the neighbors because I'm like, I'm not dying in my apartment tonight. I want to see how this is going to go. But I'm going to get out of this now because he just said rails of cocaine and I just went, okay.
Let me clock back in for just a second and say something.
And back to Wendy's corner.
Nobody puts babies in a corner unless they have rails of cocaine.
Exactly.
So back to the rails of cocaine.
Yeah, I just want to be like honest and like and forthcoming about it because I was ashamed of it for a long time. I was doing it in season 1 in the bathroom. I would take a little bump.
Everybody was, honey.
Girl, and then
There was so much cocaine going through those bars. Like it is crazy. Like I remember going in one time just to use the bathroom and a complete stranger asked to borrow my keys.
Oh my God, so she can do a bump? Oh my
And then
gosh.
did it right in front of me. Door open, everything. And then handed my key back. I said, can you clean that off, please?
You give her the key?
I did, because I didn't think about it. I was just kind of like, oh, yeah, here, what? You got to like a scratch up, like, I don't know, she had like a scratch off ticket or what? You know what I'm saying? And she straight up took it out with like this and right in front of me and said, thank you, and handed it back to me and walked out. And I was so flabbergasted with how open it is.
Yeah, it's a problem.
In the community. I have had people stick coke up my nose without me asking.
Oh my gosh.
Like I walk into the bathroom and they go whoop right up my nose.
gosh.
And I'm like, I just did cocaine. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to have a heart attack and die. Like I'm in the middle of a show. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like why would you do that to somebody?
First of all, that's how you get your ass kicked. I mean, like,
I was so
would be
flabbergasted.
mad. I mean, even though I did it, but don't force me to do it.
I literally, it was so unexpected. I just laughed about it, played it off, went to the bathroom and went back to work.
I'm sorry you were so violated like that.
I like literally, that kind of stuff happens to me everywhere I go though. Life is wild. I literally just be walking into orgies sometimes. You don't even know what's going to happen. I get invited to weird shit, y'all. Anyway,
Yep.
I'm not mad about it. Yeah, so you've got this whole rebirth thing where you've evolved and overcome all of these difficulties during an incredibly difficult time.
Yeah.
For many people. So first, let me just preface this by saying I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you're here and that you're still making music.
Thank you.
And that you're healthy. I think
Me
that's
too, honestly.
phenomenal.
Because to be honest with you, there was a moment when I was like, I'm killing myself, and it would have happened sooner than later. And people don't think, oh, I'm just 30. Like, no, you can still have heart failure at 30. You can still, you know. But it's like you're putting gasoline in your body, and your heart's ingesting and pumping gasoline through your veins. That's why I just like the things I was seeing when I was hearing, and I already have a vivid imagination. I'm an artist, so it was literally like. I was scared to go to bed at night, like a child.
Yeah.
That was that. I also did suffer another loss of before the pandemic. I was dating somebody and he overdosed.
Oh,
and
honey,
is
I
no
didn't know
longer
that.
here. So that was also eye-opening for me. And he was the first boyfriend I think I've really had in a long time, and he like just loved me. Like, I didn't ask him to. It wasn't healthy, but he still loved me.
Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah. And he is no longer here. So,
well, a lot of people don't understand that drug use and addiction is not the affliction. It's a symptom of the affliction. A lot of people treat addiction and alcoholism, drug use, that kind of stuff, as if it is the problem, but they're using that to cover up the problem.
Exactly.
It is self-medication for what the actual problem is.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't know. They don't know that.
No, they don't. Because
most people
one taught
don't.
them how to.
No, because if you're doing drugs, it's a bad thing, and you're shunned.
Intelligence is lacking.
Yes.
And thank God for the skills I did have before. My mom is like, you know, thank God for her, because I don't think without her guidance in some way, even though it was harsh, maybe I perceived it as harsh, but you want to see your child live longer than you. Yeah. That's the point, right? So I thank God for her. I just think I had abandonment issues, and I always thought, like, I think that's why I moved to music, because it's like, wow, people, like, at first I was super shy about singing, but then I was like, wait, I get attention doing this? And so then there we go. I discovered I had to go back to like 6-year-old me and be like, what does he need?
Yeah.
What did he need? And it's like discovering yourself. But it's like, that's deep meditation that I've been doing. I'm telling you, this didn't just happen. This is years of me meditating. I started getting into, like I said, self-meditation, learning where your chakras are, how to talk to yourself properly.
That's a big one.
Yes. Ignoring the bad thoughts.
Because it's not that they're not going to be there. It's not.
There.
They're always there. It's what you choose to focus on. And a lot of people don't know that when you allow yourself to go down those spirals of negative thoughts, it actually changes the physical shape of your brain. It creates pathways forever.
Yeah.
So every time you start hearing those negative Nancys in your head, you tell them to shut the fuck up, go look in the mirror, say 3 nice things about yourself, and repeat those over and over and over again.
Because it's still energy. Take it, and I think you should mold it, shift it, and force it into something.
Yes.
Create something.
Now,
say something.
That's not to say you need to lie to yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
And say, I'm great, I can do no wrong, because that's not true.
That's delusional.
You can be great, but you're going to fuck up.
I'm sorry. What's wrong with being a little delusional? I need to be a little delusional every now and then.
Delusional is great, but
I
not
need
at the detriment of your health.
Well, my journey is similar to a lot of your journeys. You know about my journey right now, and so I understand the idea of the bad thoughts. For me, I just let them run through. I have learned that I can't shut my brain up. So for me, whenever I have bad thoughts, I just let them run through.
I always just change. What I do is I change the narrative. So I can be like, okay, yes, I screwed this up. I didn't do this well. But now I know better. And I can do better moving forward. Or, yes, this was a mistake. How can I possibly make this better? As opposed to, I suck. I'm an asshole. I'm never going to do anything right. It's you have to switch it to something that's not going to be so devastating, because nobody is meaner than your own brain.
Amen.
Nobody can say anything to you that you haven't already thought about yourself.
Oh my God, yes.
So, and that comes from within, not from without. That's stuff that you're telling yourself. That's your imposter syndrome. That's your ego. That's your self-esteem. That's all of those things. And it may be your mental illness, because if you have anxiety or depression, those thoughts are very intrusive. And it's very much a part of the thing that you go through with those disorder. It's schizophrenia, bipolar disorder.
And I thought I might have been I was considering am I schizophrenic?
Yeah.
It's crazy because I just went through a family issue, and I don't want to put his business out there, but I have a family member who we just found out is bipolar.
That's hard.
And you just never want the people you love to suffer like that, you know? Because could you imagine not feeling like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong? And that's why you feel like so chaotic.
Yep.
And then, but thank God that they got properly diagnosed.
That's huge.
Finally, after how many doctors though?
Yeah. No, and that's unfortunately that's a problem. First of all, healthcare, mental health care in particular in this country is a privilege, not a right. It is for people with money. And if you don't have money, you get stuck with the beginners that learn on you.
Exactly.
Before they go off to have great careers as doctors.
Exactly.
For free. There are not a lot of free or paid for doctors available, or pro bono situations available from really good doctors, because they don't have to.
Yeah.
And even if they could, like you can't. You don't become a doctor to not be able to pay your med school loans, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a big issue, I find, particularly here in the U.S. and especially here in Texas, is the lack of easy access to mental health care.
For sure. Before they become homeless, right?
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of people you think are homeless, they're not. Maybe some of them, most of them are not really on drugs. Most of them just have mental illnesses that
Correct.
no one.
And shocker, if they are on drugs, it's because they have a mental illness.
Exactly.
It's
no one else gave them the time of day, but that drug did.
Yes, it did, and it's easy, and it makes you feel good, and it's instantaneous. I get it.
When you want, and then it's hard to stop because your body's dependent on it. That's why they keep going.
So you feel worse going off of it than you did before you had it in the first place.
When I stopped doing cocaine and alcohol and cigarettes, my body fought me so hard to the point of tears sometimes.
Quitting smoking was the hardest thing I ever had to do, and let me tell you how big of a bitch I was. My poor children. They come in, hi, Mommy, home from school. What? I was not a happy camper when I quit smoking. Any addiction is it's just hard.
But you know what helped me? I want to get back to sound and like sound and binaural beats and Delta music. And I would put on a Delta targeted YouTube like 8-hour video, and instantly my brain would just it would just like get that feeling of just like euphoria, something that is natural that you feel like when you do drugs. So it's like I kind of shifted my brain into getting recharging from things that are natural instead of trying to recharge with something that's man-made.
Well, and that's something that's what they say to do, is that you never stop being an addict, right? Like there's always going to be a hole to fill, but you're supposed to fill it with things that are good for you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So you replace these behaviors with things that are good for you. Like I had a friend of mine who quit drinking alcohol by learning how to knit.
Wow.
It keeps his hands busy. And he makes beautiful things now, but
that's beautiful.
Creation. Yes. So it's something to be able to put that energy into that is a positive thing that is going to be helpful for yourself, for other people,
and taking it easy on yourself, taking it easy. When I stopped becoming my worst enemy, and then I found out there's other people out there that like will do that shit for me, but it also fuels me too.
Oh yes, I love a hater.
I love a hater.
I love them.
Literally, they fuel me. I
don't think they understand how much it makes me laugh. Like, particularly if they're funny. Like, a lot... honestly, like I love it when my friends who are in the public eye send me stuff that trolls have sent them because it's so funny.
It really is.
It's so funny. Okay, I'm sorry, Al, but I'm going to tell this story. Al was DJing at Mr. in Dallas when the whole controversy happened about someone bringing their kid to their brunch.
Oh my.
And he ended up becoming kind of public enemy, a face of public enemy for being a queer man in entertainment. And somebody said, can't spell DJ Farb without barf.
That's actually a little funny.
That's what I said. I said, I'm so sorry, Al, but that's hilarious. I got no
That's a little funny.
He goes, no, it is funny. And it's so like he sent me a whole list of things that people were saying from these crazy right wing, like people that don't even know how to spell stupid, calling you stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're so stupid. Anyway, yeah. So I think haters are hysterical, and nothing gets me to success faster than someone telling me what I cannot do.
Exactly.
Really? I can't watch me.
Oh, Wendy, I love that you said that, because the first intro track to my album is called Push. Ooh. In parentheses, watch me.
Ooh.
Watch me push through the void.
I can't wait to hear this.
I love the song. It's on my phone.
I can't.
The mix is on my phone.
Can we promo it?
We can.
We can? Okay, cool. So we'll put, when we promo this on Facebook. Okay. Yeah. I had to ask the voice of God over here on the left. So I have to ask Phoenix. Yeah, so we can put it on when we're advertising the podcast. We can have your music playing on the video.
Love that.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Awesome.
So y'all make sure you check out Sherez. His project is called Rebirth. It is coming out tentatively
hopefully in like a couple months.
Fast.
I've been doing 2 songs a week.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
That's fast.
I know.
Well, let me know if you need help with vocal production.
Actually, there's a song that I need a choir for, and I don't want to do all the voice parts. I'm tired of singing the soprano, the alto. I'm trying to sing because I don't want it to be just me. I want it to be.
You want to blend.
A blend of voices.
Yeah, you want to blend.
So actually, if you're down,
I'm so down.
Ask you this for a
I'm
long
so
time.
down.
It's called Higher/Smoke, and I need it's like a gospel song.
Oh, cool. So I can wheeze through the whole thing.
You know what? I'll just put that on a fader at about like this big, and you can just be
just through the whole song, underlying the whole song,
be like it's just Wendy wheezing.
I swear to God,
it's artful.
It's artful.
It's art.
I love sneaking stuff like that in there. Like I helped Lady Bird with her album, and I did the vocal production for that, and it's coming. Official release date September 30th.
Oh no. Lady Bird.
So she's amazing. But we always like to sneak things in her songs. Like in Allergies, she sneezes.
Oh my God.
And also is picking flowers, going, "They love me not. I think they love me." Yeah,
yes,
it's really
I love
cute.
Stuff like that.
It's really cute.
Love stuff like
she
that.
does the cutest stuff. It's so cute.
Yes.
So yeah, throughout the whole song, it'll just be.
I love that, Wendy.
What is happening? What is happening?
I get Wendy Taylor on the track, and that's all she does.
I
is
like
wheeze.
That's what I'm gonna be famous for. Just wheezing into Sherez's track.
What? I'll wheeze too, so we'll wheeze together.
I love it. Okay, so tell me a little bit about how you got started.
With my music production?
Yes, with music. Yeah.
Okay, so I started in high school. Well, middle school, really. Before I moved to Texas, I'm from Wisconsin, so my first play was The Wizard of Oz.
Awesome.
Yes, I was one of the guards. That was my first first play.
I love that.
And so then I loved theater, and I think that's when Wicked came out, so I was really big into like, oh my God, like these people are so talented. Like
Wicked will make you love theater.
I want to do it too, and I became obsessed with musical theater, and then I started doing choir, and I was in chorale, and I was taught by the very talented Miss Jan Juno. She has shaped a lot of voices. This woman is a legend in the Spring community. Thank you, Miss Jan Juno, for teaching me how to sing properly. And also, like, I'm thankful for my choir experience, because I think that's it applies to my music. It's like I like layers. And I will sample soprano and alto and a tenor and a bass choir, and I've gotten so fast at it now. Like, sometimes I'm like, I sang that, like that's crazy to me. But it's my choir experience that I'm able to do that.
Choir teaches you a lot about music.
A lot.
How to read, how to sight read, how to count properly,
Yes.
what rhythm is, emotion,
Exactly.
crescendo, decrescendo, pianissimo, fortissimo, all of those things.
All
Like
those things.
you get all of that. And then not only that, but because you're doing it with multiple vocal layers, you understand, what do you call it? Between the notes. Why can't I think of the word? Oh my God, this is so... Intervals. Thank you. You're welcome, Wendy. Intervals. You start learning things like intervals and key signature and all that kind of stuff, like how important all of those things are when it comes to making good music. So
And I will say
love-
that I get all those. I feel like I don't want to call myself an idiot savant. I don't want to do that because this is going to go be public. But I'm an idiot savant because the technical terms and languages of it, I'm like, whatever. But can I do it? Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
Ingrained in me.
I don't think that a lot of our great rappers that we've had that clearly have some of the best understanding of rhythm out of anybody in the whole world. They didn't have classical training.
No, they didn't.
They don't know if it's a 6/8 beat.
They didn't.
They don't know. They just know what sounds good and if it feels right because they know how to stick it in the pocket.
Yes.
So-
I just think my ears are I'm so used to listening to the rhythm and knowing like when my voice can fit in a song, when I should pull back. So basically, moving forward after high school, what did I do? I did a couple plays. I was in Les Mis. I love that show. I had like fucking 5 parts. It was a community theater, so I played like 5 roles.
That's
I was
amazing.
Andre. That was my favorite voice part. That man could sing. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that show. And then I just kind of and then I met my good friend Carter Smith in high school, and basically we were writing partners, singing partners, and we had this little duo collab, and he was the mixer and I would write. And he would produce and I would write and sing and do the melodies. And that's basically how we got our start. We were babies, like 19, maybe 20, that age.
Right.
And then a couple years went, and we got better at our skills at that time. And then basically I released my first EP, which is the 4 songs called Magic Carpet Ride, which is available to stream. Magic Carpet Ride came out 2018. So that's what I did with Mr. Hank Honey, aka Carter Smith. And then after that, I met another producer, and I worked with a couple songs, and my writing and all that. But what made me want to take control was no one's going to tell me what to do.
I feel that.
No one's going to tell me how to sing, what to sing, how many voice parts I can do. I'll be damned. So I had to learn, and I self-taught myself how to mix music.
That's not easy to do.
No, it's not. And I did it in 2 years.
That's not easy to do.
But I did it almost every day.
Yeah.
Am I the best at it? Eventually I will be.
Yeah.
But right now, I make good enough records that I'm like, all right, I'm putting this out. I love it.
Yeah. When you're actually happy with your own work, that is such an incredible phase to reach in your career, because I remember like everything that I've ever done, the first few jobs, I'm like, well, I didn't quite do that just right. I need to work on this, or I need to go get this so that this gets easier, or whatever.
Exactly.
But then I'm finally like, even with my photography, I'm finally making things that I want to look at.
Exactly.
I actually like my work for a change. Instead of going, well, the shading's a little off, I'm going to have this done. I look at it and I go, wow, that belongs in a magazine. I did that?
I keep telling myself, like, I'm going to make it.
You are.
I'm going to fucking make it, because I make great music.
You really do.
I make music for music lovers.
Yes, you do.
I don't make music to be popular and to sound like 2 Chainz. No offense to 2 Chainz, or no offense to anybody else, but it's just like, I want to make music that I grew up listening to.
Well, you want to make music like Sherez makes music.
I want to make classical music, but do it in the way that I would do it. And I'm finally doing that. And I did it with my own hands.
That's pretty impressive.
So yes, so I released an 8-track EP called Chasing the Dragon Volume 1, and it was basically like the end of my drug use period. So I knew, that's why I named it Chasing the Dragon. I like predicted me becoming, I was like, I'm going to get off this drug. I'm done with this. This is it. This is my story up until then. And then I decided to, and I released it. Is it the best sounding? No, but I was like, I gotta push this send button because I can't keep working on this.
Oh yes,
You know
it's,
what I mean?
I have to tell every single one of my artists, like, if you wait until your art is perfect to put it out, you'll never put out anything.
And you know, I had someone tell me that. I had someone tell me that. He was like, you know, basically what you just said.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't push send, like, what is it? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You can't keep working on it
You
forever.
can always come back 10 years later and remaster it and re-release it.
Record it and do all, because
I'll tell you, there is one part of my song Real Good, Real Bad that I listen to every time, and I have to sing the correct harmony every time it plays with my mouth because it bothers me that it's not on there.
It's like my vocals.
I'm like, why wasn't that background vocal there?
My vocals.
It's just not there.
I'm scared to do a song without background vocals. Because if I fuck up,
oh, it's going to be apparent. Okay, so here's what and it's like public rights, so it's official. If you would like a vocal producer for the rest of your album, please let me know because I would love to have it done in my studio.
What? I would love to use some. Yeah, I'd love to collab. And I have a couple other songs that I'm, working on. I'm just trying to spitfire them.
Yeah,
but also spitfire them and make sure that they sound
they're right
the way I want them.
Yes, because you have a bar. You got to raise that bar every time you do something. I already know.
Period.
I already know. I know you.
Who taught me that?
I don't know. Who did teach you that? So, okay, as we come to a close at this part of the interview process at Wendy's Corner, I want to say thank you again so much for coming and being on the show, Sherez. I am such a big fan. And I really love your music. I love your art. I love your personality. I just adore everything about you. And would just thank you so much for being here on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Wendy. It was an honor being here and being a part of your work and your podcast show. It was great to meet you.
Where are you going?
Oh, we're not done yet. We're just going on break.
Oh,
where you going? Wendy
When we come back from
Wendy
break,
is sending him off like, oh, okay, we're done.
I'm
you
done
can go
with
home
you.
now.
I'm done with you.
I'm
Get out.
done. Okay.
back to the violin thing.
When we come back, Sherez will be here, and we're going to play a little bit of a game. Because
we're going to play consensual fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to go, I had it in my head. I was going to go healthy, toxic, and something, but I can't remember what the third. Healthy, toxic, and
neutral.
People, it's like situations.
No, it's good. No, it's definitely
it's people.
Okay.
It's definitely people.
For me, in my head, I'm going healthy. Someone you would have a healthy relationship with, someone you would have a toxic relationship with, and someone you would just have a one night stand with.
Okay, period.
Okay, we're not playing that.
Okay, well, that's what I was going on in my head. But
this is classic Marry Fuck Kill, right?
Yeah,
this is.
We're doing Marry Fuck Kill.
We're doing Marry
It's not
Fuck
special.
Kill.
I'd like to do the wholesome version of that, though.
Okay.
Yeah, marry.
Well,
date,
I wanted.
Fuck.
No, wait, you can't. Well, it's fucking wholesome.
You can fuck someone wholesomely, yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's not the way I do it. There's nothing wholesome about that.
So I'm gonna throw in a little caveat for this game because we were talking about addiction, we were talking about mental health issues, we were talking about a couple consent, that kind of thing. So take it like this: think about when you use fuck, marry, kill. Think about it from a healthy perspective. Think about it from where you are right now and who you would do. And who you would do all those things with.
Don't think too hard about it.
Don't think too hard about it.
It's a stupid game.
It really is, but it also allows the audience to get to know you a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay. Get to know.
That's the whole point of doing the game.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're 30. You're a good looking kid.
Thank you.
A good looking kid. We want to. Good Lord, we want to hook you up if we get here.
Well, you know what? Y'all listen.
Single.
He's down to mingle and do some other stuff. Y'all heard me flirting with. Look at this.
So the reason I like to do the games at the end, and this was actually Joel's idea, but the reason I like doing it is because occasionally I do some work with my friend's company called Cosmical Concepts, and one of the things that they do is they do like events for companies to come together and do games, because they believe completely that you learn more about somebody in an hour of play than you will ever learn with them for months working with them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So they play games. And that's all they do. It's a team building exercise. They just put all of these grown adults in suits and play games. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break because we went over just explaining the game.
That's all right. The game will be shorter.
The game will be the normal time. Okay, we'll figure stuff out.
Oh, we're going to fight.
It'll be the normal time. I can do some editing. It's fine. We'll work this out. It'll be all right. We'll be right back. It's game time, folks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I'm back with Wendy and Sherez. We're about to get into some fun on a bun or in a bun.
On a bun.
In a bun.
Bun in the oven.
Fun on the bun.
I don't know.
I watch
I
too
love
much
bread.
Futurama.
All right, so today we're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill. So the way that we play this game, for those of you who don't know at home, because I think we all know how to play, right? So you just say 3 people, and you decide between those 3 people which one of them you're going to marry, which one you're going to fuck, and which one you're going to murder. So we're going to start with all of the Chris's.
Oh my God. Okay.
Fuck, Marry, Kill, Chris Evans, Chris Pine, and Chris Hemsworth.
This is easy for me.
Okay. Well,
It's easy for me too. I like that's super easy. Go for it.
I'm fucking Chris Hemsworth
All day.
every day.
All day.
I'm killing Chris Pine.
For real. Okay, and I knew I'm gonna get so much hate mail from the Pine Nuts, but that 5 head's gotta go.
I mean, he's an average man. I hooked up with hotter men than him. So, and then I'm marrying me Chris Hemsworth. I mean, Chris Evans.
Oh, for sure. Chris Evans
Because I
is
can
so
have sex with
wholesome.
him too.
Okay.
So best of both worlds.
I love Captain
And
America.
he's so
It's America's
He's
ass.
probably just so sweet.
I know. That's exactly how I feel. How about
And
you?
he's so funny.
well, first of all, Christopher Jamal Evans,
Oh.
as the black women Twitter calls him, he's definitely the I'm marrying him. That's definitely a marriage right there. That's definitely he will be taking care of me for the rest of my life.
With them chicks.
With them
Marvel
checks, you do all the Marvel movies you want to, baby.
Highest
Just
grossing
bring in the
film of all
checks. Just bring in the checks.
All right.
Now, Chris Pine.
Poor Chris
I think
Pine.
that's your answer.
I'm gonna have to say kill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say kill. Is it to me? It's the forehead.
That's 3 up, 3 down.
It's the forehead for me.
That's what I said. It was 5
It's like a movie screen or something. I'm like,
shit.
oh no.
You know what though? His Prince and Into the Woods was phenomenal.
He was good in that.
He was so good. When he sang Agony, I was like, you bitch. That was so good.
It was.
You know,
Oh,
I
so good.
saw him in Dungeons and Dragons,
He's so cute.
and I went,
Oh, I thought he was cute.
I didn't finish watching the whole film.
I thought it was
fell asleep
okay.
during
Well, the movie's not great, y'all. Like
I
it's-
love the movie, but
The movie's not great.
But you know, I love this kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I was looking for all the Easter eggs and everything else. So yeah, I love these kind of movies. But I just thought he was. I'm like, I was into the guy from Rage, the English black guy from what's the show on Netflix? Good Lord, the period piece. Bridgerton.
Oh,
Yes, I was more. I was happier to see him than I was like. I'm like, it's just Chris Pine
oh wow!
and Chris Hemsworth. I'm sorry. Yes, that would be
Bang bang.
bang bang. But he would. I'm gonna
Boots
be
down.
honest. He would be my bottom.
Oh,
Are you a top?
I'm versatile.
Okay, because
I'm versatile. He would.
giving top energy.
Yeah, he would be my bottom. He would be my bottom.
all right.
I want my legs in the air and me like holding his back and just like feeling those muscles. Like,
That's what Christopher Jamal Evans is for. He will be. My legs will be on his shoulders.
Yeah,
For
consensually.
sure. I will no
Consensually.
longer be versatile with Christopher Jamal Evans. I'm just a strict bottom with Mr. Evans.
Oh, but okay.
Mr. Hemsworth.
Someone please send this to Chris Hemsworth, please.
Mr. Hemsworth,
Please.
you're going to have to be
what
my
about
bottom.
Chris Pine with Chris Pratt?
You know, you didn't put Chris Pratt in there.
No, I did not.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. All right. So, no, I did not. No. He can kiss my Jurassic ass. So, anyway. Well, the next one is going to be, are you ready? Fuck, marry, kill Kelly, Michelle, Beyonce.
No, you didn't. I'm putting this. I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
Where's my bag?
You're not fixing to get me killed on Twitter. Okay, you know what we're gonna have to do?
Let's play this game.
Yeah,
Let's, you
give
know
it
what
to
we're
me.
gonna
Give
have
it
to do?
Everybody just
Sherez,
laughed.
you know what we're gonna have? You fucked up.
should know that.
Okay, so I'm gonna have. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer now. Okay, Beyonce, we're gonna have to marry because I mean,
I want Beyonce's money.
we just gonna have to marry her. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm honestly just. I know. I'm just trying to get close to Jay-Z. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just trying to get close to Jay-Z. I find him mildly attractive.
Watch out, babe.
Maybe it's the weave that's going on there. I have no idea.
Not
But,
the weave.
but there's something. Yes.
The dreads.
Are they even his
I'm
dreads?
pretty sure.
Are we still calling them dreads or are we calling them locks now? We call them locks now, right?
No. His are dreads.
Oh, his are dreads.
Mine are locks.
No, his are locks.
Can you explain the difference to me? Because I have hair like cotton candy and I don't know.
They twist. The way
It's the twist?
It's the twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the base of my locks, they're twisted like they're like
Okay.
in a spiral.
Okay.
Locks are just like when it's just one piece, and it's just like. Yeah.
Okay.
No, locks are the twist, and then dreads,
dreads
are
are just
the
the-
one piece.
Yes.
Dreads
Oh,
are the
okay.
one piece.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good. Thanks for
I'm
educating
sorry.
me.
We
You
were.
wanna finish?
Kelly and Michelle. Oh, good Lord.
Poor Michelle. I already know.
Oh, Lord. You know what? Fine. Fuck Michelle and kill the other one.
Kelly, the other one?
Yeah,
Kelly.
yeah.
You're going to kill Kelly? I disagree with that completely.
Kelly Rowland's name, okay?
That's what I'm saying. Kelly Rowland.
Because nobody puts respect on Michelle.
No, Michelle is so talented.
Michelle is doing her gospel thing, and she is talented.
She's been on Broadway,
and she's been doing her thing. And you know
Roxy
what?
in Chicago.
She did.
But I
Very
feel
well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
No,
it.
they're all incredible. I did this just to sabotage you both.
You.
because we didn't have a
I'm
choice.
holding my eyes if you can't tell.
Because she put us in an impossible situation. I can't
right.
put Beyonce under kill or fuck. I can't do it.
I'm marrying Beyonce
Uh-huh.
because I love her. Fuck the money. I love Beyonce. Okay, I would. She's like the woman I think I would like be like fuck this gay shit. Like I would do that for Beyonce
How long do you think that would last though?
until the end of time.
Oh.
I would think until a security guard came along.
Bodyguard.
Yes,
Can get it.
Yeah, he can get it.
Oh, that's another bonus.
but he would have to
marrying
get
I would
in-
Beyonce.
marry her to get close to him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be like, hey, Julius. Okay. Oh my God.
Yep. I already have my answer. It's going to shock both of you.
You know what?
Okay. I'm going to fuck Kelly. I think I'm gonna have to kill Michelle.
See,
So I would marry Michelle.
Oh my God.
oh my God.
I would marry
wholesome
Michelle.
woman.
I would fuck the shit out of Kelly Rowland.
What?
And I would straight up bury Beyonce.
And you know this. And guess what, Sherez? Guess who's gonna get all the hate for her saying that? Us.
Yep. That's why I
Y'all
do
let
it.
that white woman say that.
Okay.
It's my privilege.
It's her privilege. She used her privilege.
Not here for it. You know where I stand. I'm a B stand. All day.
Okay, I'm a little bit more of a Rihanna girl, but we're not gonna have that discussion.
Oh, she's coming.
please
Rihanna's
don't
coming.
Don't put Rihanna.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Please don't put Rihanna. No.
In fact, she's next.
All right. Let's just get
let's
to it.
Ready?
go ahead and do it.
Rihanna,
Oh my God.
Whitney Houston, Tony Braxton.
You're so motherfucking disrespectful.
This bitch keeps disrespecting the black community, and I'm done.
It's
I'm
not
done.
disrespecting the black community. It's because I
asking
love the
us
black community.
Oh my God. Sophie's choice here. This is Sophie's choice.
All right.
Okay. Rihanna, Whitney, and Tony Braxton. Honestly, I have my answer. I'm fucking Whitney Houston.
Ooh.
All night. She's a freak, and we know it.
Oh, that's true.
And she's also queer, which they refuse to whatever. So we know she can get a little freaky. Okay, and she's Whitney Houston. Okay. She'll sing me a lullaby, and then I'll call her an Uber. Okay. I'm killing Toni Braxton.
Yeah.
And I'm marrying Rihanna.
Yeah.
Because she's that bitch.
Yeah.
She said, fuck music. This shit don't make no money. You know, she's one of the highest, she has the highest streams of any artist. You want to know how much she's made off streams? $3 million.
Holy cow.
That is
streaming. That's
very
incredible.
little.
Because for those who don't know, you get paid like 0.0001 cent.
I haven't made
every time
$20.
Yeah, every time you're streamed, every time your music is streamed by one person, you don't even make a whole penny.
Her numbers are astronomical.
Yeah.
She's only made that much money.
Also, a lot of artists don't know this, but when you release your music, tell people, don't just tell them to stream it, tell them to put it on a playlist, because if they put it on a playlist, it will actually get preferential treatment on the streaming services. So
it will.
Make sure you tell your fans to put it on a playlist. Any playlist.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Feel free to put Full Potential and Groove With You on your playlist.
Yes,
as
do
well
it.
As, Friendly Fire,
Yeah.
Genie. What else have I
Ooh, I like Genie.
Oh my God, Wendy, I forgot I have something to tell you.
Okay.
So I just thought, okay. So I have a song coming out October 16th.
Oh.
Sekou.
What? Wait, is he back from California?
I love Sekou.
This song with him before he left for the So we have a song together called Good Graces. It's a love song.
Oh my God,
What?
Sekou is so
Sekou
amazing, you guys. I love him.
amazing.
Oh shit. Okay, well so October 16th.
September 28th, called The Art of Letting Go.
Oh, that sounds good.
Have a song coming out with Sekou October 16th called Good Graces.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
And Sekou has been on this show.
He has?
Yeah, he has been on the show. He was here with me and Charlotte when it was me and Charlotte Shotgun.
Okay.
Sekou is so, oh my gosh, I love his voice.
Sekou, he's one of those people, like, you know, singers. He's one of those singers that, like, he just like his voice is just,
It does things to your body.
does
Yeah,
things.
like it does
It's his
things.
tone for me. It's the tone and also his clarity and power.
Oh, he's the ultimate singer. Like, he has flawless pitch. His tone and color of his voice is
He
just
sings with a fucking smile.
gorgeous. Yes, he sings with a smile.
His voice.
Yes, he sings with joy, and it just makes you feel things. Like I can't wait for that. That's gonna be phenomenal.
Yes.
And I'm
I can't
excited
wait for
about
you to hear
that.
it.
Holy shit. I want to see it performed.
Oh.
Yeah, next time he comes to, hi Sekou, next time
Hi,
you come to
Sekou.
Houston, you
Love
need
you.
to do this duet.
Love you,
miss you.
Sekou.
In front of my face. So, all
By the
right.
way, for the audience, if you want to know who Sekou Nance is, check out all his socials.
Sekou Nance, SeKounance. Sekou Nance. He's awesome. All right. Back to fuck, marry, kill.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh,
All right.
we still haven't finished the Rihanna.
Oh, right. You haven't
Yeah.
done yours. Right. You already did.
And I'm gonna be
you
honest.
finished.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to agree with you on this because Whitney would be a freak, and she would probably bring Bobby into it.
Bobby, I love you.
Love you, Bobby.
She would probably bring Bobby into it, so it could get pretty freaky. I could be okay with that.
I wouldn't
And
fuck Rihanna because she's into whips and chains.
Rihanna, I need her billions, so I'm marrying.
M.
Yes, that part.
I'm marrying her because she's got Fenty and she's yes. My future is set.
I would
Future is set.
fuck
She'll
Rihanna.
never have to do anything again. She can never have to do anything again, and she is set for life.
I would marry Tony. And I'm only killing Whitney because she's already dead.
Well, it's
Okay,
true.
fair
She
enough.
is already dead.
She's already
so-
dead. So that's the only reason, because I am obsessed with her and she lives in my heart forever. She's She is my personal Christ and Savior.
I will say this: those sheets would have to.
What
be
would
rubber.
Whitney do?
Those sheets would have to be rubber because the woman could sweat.
Oh, me
the
too,
woman
though.
could sweat.
Just give her a couple towels.
Me too, though. Yeah,
I
she
love
was
her
always like,
towels.
But I couldn't.
if I just stay.
Could you imagine her orgasms? Could you imagine her orgasms?
Her orgasm.
She would hit that note, and you'd be like, "What? What is happening?"
Her orgasms. What would they sound like?
Somebody, I want to feel the heat.
Or it could be
A soup.
It's not right, but it's okay.
I cannot compete with these singers. All I was going to say was land of the free, home of the brave. For the land of the free.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that natural vibrato you put on it.
And the home of the brave. That's what I would want her to sing. That's what I would want her orgasm to sing.
Honestly,
Sound like the Star Spangled Banner. It was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
Sometimes I just go watch it just
because
feel inspired.
Yep.
If there are two national anthems, I think everyone should watch if you want to feel some kind of way. You should, of course, watch Whitney Houston's version of the national anthem, and this is going to throw everybody off. But you should also watch Fergie's version of the national anthem.
I love that.
It was
the worst thing I've ever seen.
it was amazing at how bad it was. But it was
Oh, that was my favorite part.
Have you? They made a songbook based on her version. It is hilarious.
I can't remember. I think Kobe Bryant was there. I think it was before he passed.
It was.
The look on his face when all of their faces, when they were all like,
they were like wide-eyed and bushy-browed. They were like, "What the fuck is this lady doing?"
I saw some people like doing this.
It was just so extra and so unnecessary.
But that's why I love watching it because it was just
But she thought she was
everything.
I love that shot from the back when she's singing like, girl, you're not.
Oh, it's a nightmare. I felt so bad for her.
And I get what she was trying to do. You know, the funny thing is, I get what she was trying to do.
I don't.
There wasn't no one in her camp like.
But
that was my whole point. That had to go through and get approved by 7 people at least. At least 7 people was like, yeah, it's great.
There was no. I bet
they were like, "This is going to get us ratings because this shit."
It'll be the most talked about thing ever, and it's true. But it kind of killed her career.
It sure did.
You can't fuck up the national anthem. You cannot do it. Look what happened to Rosie O'Donnell.
Your own adaptation of it. That was so musically all over the place.
All over the place.
She changed like.
Well, you said Rosie O'Donnell.
So
I think it was Roseanne Barr you're talking about.
Oh, Roseanne Barr. You're right. Yeah. That's right. Not Rosie O'Donnell. I'm sorry, Rosie. I love you. Roseanne Barr is the one I was talking about. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
What?
Yeah. Roseanne Barr got canceled big time because of spitting after the national anthem.
I thought she was.
And the fact that she sang it so badly.
She sang it really badly.
And she did it on
she's
purpose.
back now, but now she's on the right wing crazy.
She's
talk
on Newsmax and all of that.
Yeah, she's
stuff.
crazy. Right. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
We've lost Roseanne.
She don't been gone. Okay, that's why they did her show without her.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and then they had her die of a drug overdose. Can you believe that? On the show, they had her die of a drug overdose.
That is so.
That is petty, and I love it. It was the pettiest thing you could possibly
I'd have
do.
given her testicular cancer.
Wendy.
I'm just saying.
Can the man bashing just stop? Can the man bashing just stop? Testicular cancer.
As soon as they quit killing people that look like me.
Period.
So let's do one more fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to think about this really hard. Okay. I'm gonna say.
Why do people start laughing before they tell the joke? Just tell it.
All right. Bette Midler, Cher.
Ooh.
Ooh, who should the third one be? George Washington.
Wait a minute, Bette Midler.
Barbara Streisand.
Why did you
It
go
is
with Barbara Streisand?
What are y'all talking about? It is Barbara Streisand.
Because that would make
Jesus.
more sense.
All right, so fuck Mary. That's what I said. Barbara Streisand.
This one is a think about.
And Bette Midler. Yeah. I already know.
You know what? I'm going to go with Bette Midler for Mary because she's always been so a part of the gay community.
Oh,
So I'm going to go with that. And because do you know Bette Midler's history or?
I know of her career somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
she started in bathhouses with Barry Manilow.
Oh,
That's where she started.
party.
You know, bathhouses.
She and
used to
Barry
have-
Manilow. He played piano and she sang.
Bathhouses?
Yes.
Yeah, bathhouses
Like when
used to
people
have.
fuck.
Correct.
Yes, they used to have live
Gay
entertainment
bathhouses. Yes.
in the 70s. I was too young, so don't even look at me like I would know that. But because he's looking at me like, oh, so you
I'm
have
looking for more
stories.
information.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's
it
she
was
actually
like-
got her start in bathhouses
Oh,
with
so she's
Barry
probably seen
Manilow.
some things.
Actually, that's how both of them got their start
Correct.
in entertainment. They
Yep.
played
Maybe
bathhouses.
that's the path I need to take.
We only have one bathhouse.
I don't think. Yeah, we only have one.
Just do a tour.
Just bathhouse tour.
Just the one.
Just one.
Just the one.
You're gonna be singing,
All right.
up, and that's someone you're gonna be singing up in there.
All right, so you're so you're gonna marry Bette Midler.
I would
You're-
marry Bette
Who
Midler.
are you gonna fuck?
Oh, God.
Are you gonna
Okay,
kill?
Cher and
You're gonna
then-
kill Barbara Streisand.
I'm gonna kill Barbara Streisand.
That's pretty fucked up.
I'm gonna kill Barbara Streisand.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and puddle.
That's why I'm gonna kill Barbara
The
Streisand.
sun's a ball of butter.
A ball of butter.
That's the only way to sing that.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, and you're gonna kill Barbara. All right, how about you?
I don't know if I can forgive you for killing Barbara Streisand.
You'll be all right.
Can't forgive me.
I'm gonna have to kill Bette Midler just because I don't have a lot of memories of her in my heart.
Thank you for coming to our show, that little gay talk show. That was Sherez, and that concludes our episode.
And
Don't forget to never catch Sherez on this episode of this show ever again.
All right, fine. You're gonna kill fucking Bette
watched her in
Midler.
Gypsy and I was not that impressed.
Yeah. So, like I said, that was the end of the show. Thank you for coming. Get out.
Okay, I'll stop there. I'm gonna have to kill Bette Midler. I'm gonna have to fuck Cher, and if I have to choose a decade of fucking Cher, it's in the 70s.
Oh yeah, you got to think about which
With
Cher.
the Bob Mackie era.
You're so spot on.
Long, like 40-inch wig. That's the Cher for me. And then of course I'm gonna have to marry Barbara Streisand. I love her. I do. She actually is one of my inspirations of a singer. I love Barbara Streisand.
I can't. I think I would fuck Bette Midler because you know she's a freak. She's straight up and a thoughtful lover. She's thoughtful. You can tell by her lyrics. So, and then I would definitely marry Barbara.
So
Why?
I would. Are you serious?
I'm curious.
Why? Why
I'm just
would
curious.
you want to marry
Don't you
Barbara
have to explain your
Streisand?
love
She's
to Barbara
funny
Streisand?
girl.
oh my man,
She's
I love him
funny
so.
girl.
Even though it was Billie Holiday song, but she sang the fuck out of
She
that
did.
song.
No, but I'm all about secondhand rose.
Gotta move.
Yes.
Gotta get out. I love Barbara.
Yes. Secondhand rose or I'd rather be blue thinking of you. I'd rather be blue over you than be happy with somebody else on roller skates.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
And I'm sorry, Cher. You did. I'm gonna kill you dead. I can't. And it hurts me to say that out loud.
my stomach hurts.
It's because I don't have a because. I don't know what to say. I love Cher. I think she's fabulous. But as far as songbooks go, I would rather
You know, honestly, work. I think I just did things up. Cher is just beautiful.
She's stunning. She's stunning. But I don't know.
Her
Based
catalog is not. It doesn't.
Yeah.
ring a bell with me, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
If I'm being
why.
honest.
That's why Cher, because you'll never see the last of me from Burlesque. Amazing. It's her
Bang
Sonny and Cher, Bang Bang, Sonny and Cher, all of those things were phenomenal. But growing up, I didn't bump Cher. I bumped Barbra Streisand.
The Way We Were.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, and just yes, and Bette Midler. I have modeled a lot of who I am on stage after Bette. I adore her. Anyway,
I heard she slayed. What musical was she in?
she was in about Hello Dolly.
Hello Dolly.
Of course she did.
Props to Bette. We love you.
Of course she did. Okay, well that was my last fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, you know what? I actually have one.
Oh, bring it on. Let's
I
do
have
it.
one. We're gonna stay with divas.
Okay.
We're gonna stay with divas, but we're gonna go with Black Girl Edition.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna
racist.
choose. We have Miss Patti LaBelle,
Oh shit. Okay.
These are. Oh, okay.
All right.
Miss Aretha Franklin,
This is.
or Miss Diana Ross. Kill, marry, fuck.
Oh my goodness. This is. I don't know
Okay.
if I can do this.
All right. All right. Okay. So it's Aretha, Patti,
And
and Diana Ross. All right. I'm going to marry Aretha. I would fuck Diana Ross, obviously, and I've got to kill Patti.
Ooh.
I know. I just got canceled. But like,
it's not that. It's just this is so difficult.
I know.
because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna go that route.
oh well, tell me what route would you?
I know I'm not going that route.
I'm gonna have to agree with you about fucking Diana Ross.
Obvi.
I'm gonna kill Aretha Franklin.
Words you never thought you'd say out loud.
I'm marrying Patti LaBelle.
Oh.
That woman, you know she know how to cook.
Oh, that's true.
You know she's sweet as a button.
Is she?
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm just saying she's sassy.
She's sweet as a button.
Oh no, she can be, but she's a boss bitch.
Okay, and Aretha Franklin is not.
I know she is.
There had to be ruthless back in the day.
Yeah.
And Patti LaBelle faced a lot of like discrimination because of her skin tone and her weight. But Aretha Franklin, I think, has always kind of been like, kind of like that, like don't fuck with me,
Yeah.
vibe. So she kind of terrifies me, to be honest.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to.
So
kill
she's
her.
your boogeyman. I get it.
Yeah.
How about you, Joel?
Okay, so I'm going to agree. I would kill Aretha. And one of the biggest reasons that I would kill Aretha is because she can't fly. She wouldn't fly. We couldn't go anywhere.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
She
about that.
hated flying.
She was afraid of flying.
She was afraid of flying. She would not fly. She would take trains, buses, cruises, but she wouldn't fly. And I'm like, girl, you can afford your own private jet. We'll be fine. I'll
We'll
hold your
be
hand. We can stop at Popeyes. Whatever you need to do, we'll be fine.
You know, biscuits sound so good right now.
A biscuit.
Not from Popeyes, it don't.
I want Patti LaBelle's biscuits.
Me too. And that's why I would have to marry Patti LaBelle because I would
Jesus be a biscuit.
So we're in agreement.
Yes, we're
Gonna
pretty
sop
much
you
in
up.
agreements because Patty would feed me and she would sing to me, which would be just wonderful.
Yeah, it would.
It would be wonderful. We'd sit down to dinner. She'd sing a song,
Over a bowl of hot collard greens.
Oh,
or we'd
Some
be out
cornbread.
by the pool and she'd be
Cornbread. I'm
barbecuing
here
some
for some
ribs
cornbread.
or
Yeah.
something on the grill. She'd have
Yeah.
something on the grill.
I'm hungry.
Her
Ooh,
potato
I am
salad.
too.
I can guarantee
You know
her
what?
potato salad would be amazing.
we should carry on this conversation over at Buddy's in Montrose.
You should.
Let's go to Buddy's, you guys.
Yeah, let's eat.
Yeah,
I want a cocktail and some food.
and a buddy. All right, so thank you so much for listening to that Little Gay Talk Show today. I'm Wendy Taylor.
I'm Joel Tatum.
And I am Sherez.
Sherez, thank you for
Can I
being
plug
on
my
the
social
show.
medias real quick?
Please
we
plug
need you
your
to plug
social medias.
everything.
Okay. So, song coming out September 28th. Please pre-save that. And then also October 16th. And I'll put those links on my social media. My Instagram is Sherez the Mage. My Facebook is Sherez Music. And yes, that's it. Thank you.
And
All right.
are we going to get some samples?
Oh, yes.
Of your music?
Yes, we're going to have samples.
I wouldn't mind playing some like in between breaks, since I have to put breaks in between, so they can get a full.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
do some of the songs that are already due for release.
or you can release some older songs if you want, just so that people can hear what style of music and everything that you're doing and all this other stuff. So if you want to send some of that over, please send it over.
I will.
So we can either put it on our.
What does this do to be out?
The episode will be out on Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah.
Today.
So the episodes will be out.
Yeah. Get her to email it right now.
I'm actually ready. They're already here.
Yes. All right. Again, thank you so much for listening to That Little Gay Talk Show. We will be back with a new episode in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we sure will. And just a quick side note, I'm going to plug another podcast, Genuine Gem Podcast. It's GEM, not JIM. It's a black lesbian podcast, 15-20 minutes. She talks about her mental health. She talks about dating and other funny anecdotes from her life.
That's awesome.
So take a listen to that show as well. And hey, we're pretty much out.
All right.
We're headed to Buddy.
Peace.
Bye.